Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Freedom Unite for iOS, where I've got a new set of gear, and I have to apologize for something. I had been under the impression that the Terra Shogun Scimitar by itself was a key quest. But it turns out it was the Terra and regular Shogun Scimitar, so I did a key quest for the first time not on camera, because I ended up doing that one when going for Scimitar and Terra Scimitar parts to make this armor. But I do hope you'll forgive me for not showing another quest with crabs. I am going to show this key quest right now, though, because I've never fought a copper Blangonga before. And also, before we get going, there's the skills I got. Sharpness +1, Sharp Sword, which is now known as Razor Sharp, and Sharpening Skull Ink, which is now known as Speed Sharpener, or something to that effect. Also, I've got a good deal more defense than I used to have, to the point where even if I don't gem out the -20 defense that this armor set usually has, I would still be slightly above where I was in the Kutku gear, so there's a lot of room for me to gem in other skills at the cost of defense, should I decide that's necessary. But yes, let's go hunt us a copper Blangonga. I am quite curious as to how it differs from regular Blangonga other than in its environs. And I'm guessing it probably can't cause snowman. And mud wasn't a thing in this game, I don't think. But we'll see. I also have no real idea where the thing starts. And I don't see the Dragon Seer, so... Okay, up there. Oh. This isn't the key quest either. There's a different key quest for Copper Blangonga. And I don't know whether or not it shows up later, or if I just didn't go quite far enough when scrolling through quests. But either way, we'll do this one. There are worse things. Okay, so it's over here now? Did it jump while we were in transit? It must have. Hey, fella. So, I would like to break his teeth because that prevents him from roaring, but in order for them to break, I know that for regular Blangonga you need to do fire damage, and I'm wondering if for this version you need some other element. Just opening with a trap because he's not had a chance to get enraged yet. And I want to get some good damage in early on. Well, that'll get rid of that Genprey, or not. Maybe the cat did? Yeah, the cat did. You can actually see his path when he burrows. At least when he burrows while carrying a rock. Which is something that I haven't seen regular Blangonga do, so that's a thing. That's going to be a lot of what this fight is just finding out what's different. What new and creative ways Capcom has thought up for this monkey to be a problem. Just want to get some more damage in on that face. Hopefully get myself a KO. No, don't keep digging. Stay above ground, please. Yes, that's right. Buddy, I don't think you're quite in the trap here. Also, I missed with that golf swing. Wow, I missed with 2 attacks on that chain. Yeah, I got the KO. That's precisely the thing that I wanted. So nice of my cat to protect me from that Vespoid. I'm a little concerned that this thing hasn't given any clear indications of being upset yet. But then again, monsters are a little slower to rage in this game than they are in modern ones. I guess to make up for the fact... They made them quicker to rage to make up for the fact that... Oh no, he's enraged, I think. Yeah, he's huffing sand. Yeah, they did make monsters kind of quick to enrage, probably to make up for the fact that they have a stamina system now. So would that sand breath just be damage, considering I doubt it would cause snowman? I have no intention to do any science to figure it out, because I figure the matter is already well settled by this point in time. And people are easily able to tell me so that I don't have to get myself hurt and possibly killed to figure it out. Ow. You didn't have to land on me, you jerk. Buddy. Above ground, please. I don't like Genprey. Got out of the way just in time there. That's a mad monkey. Buddy. Oh, okay. He had a little bit of tracking going on there. Oh, looks like it might cause stun. You know, that actually would fit with things that have been done later in the series. Like, I'm pretty sure it causes stun if the dust kicked up by Redhelm Argyros' Super Claw hits you. Interesting that he burrows so frequently and yet still jumps from place to place. Like, to leave areas. I'm guessing it probably takes ice or water to break the teeth. Be nice if it just took hammers. Because hammers I got. So the only really new thing he seems to do, at least so far, is just burrow and come out with a rock. Certainly more interesting than just burrow and pop out. But I'd have to say Terra Scimitar, with its ability to get more creative with lasers than regular Scimitar, got the better end of the subspecies deal. Though putting this guy in the desert instead of in the snowy areas is certainly a nice change of pace. I really like when subspecies are given new elements and new environments, because it's something new to fight in an area, or it's something to fight in an area that you wouldn't ordinarily fight there, and it does a good job of making it so that, hey, I want to fight a Blangonga, but they're all in that one area. Maybe I want to have a change. Wow, I just got a little bit owned there. Yeah, like, every once in a while, change can be nice. I'm definitely a proponent of having monsters show up in every locale where it makes sense for them to be. And when subspecies make it make sense for them to be in even more locations, I am totally down for that. Like Agnactor, just volcanoes. Throw in Glacial Agnactor, we get more areas. Not to mention Glacial Agnactor is just, in my opinion, one of the best subspecies they've done, simply because of how its gimmick completely changes the fight and how it's in a new environment. And as much as I like how Baleful Gigginox changes the Gigginox fight, the fact that it's fought in the same environment takes away some of the potential it had. Jade Baroth is another one where they've changed the environment, though they didn't live up to the same potential, because in terms of moves, it's basically just a Baroth, but with ice. Whoa! You put some spin on that rock! Uh-oh. Ow. Oh no. Oh no. That... I was killed by a surprise. Him putting some spin on that rock led directly to my demise there. In my opinion, what makes a good subspecies is new environment, change up how the fight actually goes, and just generally not look terrible. Like, Green Nargacuga, in my opinion, looks bad, changes the fight basically not at all, and doesn't exist in any new areas. Green Narga's a bad subspecies, not gonna lie. Copper Blangonga doesn't change the fight too much, but it's in a new environment and it looks pretty nice. So it gets a pass. Well, I'm glad I got the paint on it. So in my experience, in this game, monsters in Area 3 do not care at all where the walls in the area are unless you happen to also be in the area. I've walked into monsters inside of walls. I've walked into monsters way outside the playable area, just kind of hanging out well past the load zone. And in this case, we got neither. It was really interesting when I walked into a monoblos inside a wall, and I wish I could have recorded that, but I was not recording at the time. I was playing, I believe it was on an airplane. With my phone in airplane mode, of course. Thanks, Apsaros. You're a real credit to this team. You make the dunes shine. I'm sorry, this isn't the dunes, it's the old desert. Though it is interesting to note that in the Japanese version of the games, these places do not have different names. It's the old desert in Japanese for both the dunes and this old desert. I'm actually not going to feel too bad if I end up getting a third cart, mainly because this isn't the key quest. And as long as it's not required in order to unlock the key quest, then, yeah, it just saves me having to actually do this one. Or it saves me from having to complete 2 copper Blangongas. Though, I mean, completing 2 of them isn't bad. It's an extra check mark on the list. But I wouldn't feel as bad as if it was like, oh man, I almost did a thing that I was required to do. Failing to do something you're required to do and failing to do something optional are 2 completely different feelings. And 2 completely different failings. I love when they turn right into my hammer. Especially when they turn their faces into my hammer, but really I'll take anything. That roar lasted just long enough for me to take that hit. Cat, I would love it if you got a para. Nope, not doing science. Not if I can avoid it. Seriously, I bounce off the tail with white? That is one hard monkey tail. I want to sharpen, but I also don't want this monkey to get all mean to me when I do so. Oh, right, I've got speed sharp. But it looks like it's getting all mean to me anyway. So I think I'm going to leave. Maybe get some heals with my sharpening, if I can ever find the exit. I was past the exit. I was running myself into a corner. That was close. So let's sharpen. I love speed sharp. So nice. Oh, great. My leaving has invited the Apsaros back. Ha! 2 hits on him and killed the Apsaros. So this Genprey also needs to go. Alright, it's gone too now. Buddy, I don't need you to throw rocks at me all the time, okay? I mean, slapping me isn't throwing rocks. And honestly, it feels much better on my end, so please, more slapping. By all means. If that's what you gotta do, then slap away. Just enough with the rocks. Sand Breath could probably also serve to go, though it does give me a smallish opening. Oh. Ooh, I will take a limp. Especially if he actually dies soon, rather than taking a while. Not a fan of monsters that track when charging at me. This poor cat. But now I do have more evidence that getting hit by the sand breath causes stun. I need stamina. Buddy, please stay above ground. Please. Yeah, I can't outrun him when I'm charging up. Is he jumping into the cave? Looks like... No. Okay, that's good. Because if he did jump into the cave, I would have felt compelled to use a hot drink, which I didn't bring. Nice try, Vespoid. Okay. That was either KO by Vespoid or I got touched by the sand and it did no damage. I don't know what to expect anymore. Ow! Please no. Yeah, go for the cat. I don't want to die again, not when I've seen you limp. Stop going underground, man. Ow. I do believe it to be time for a tactical retreat. Not gonna bother combining my potions because I know he's close to death. I'd rather keep the honey. There we go. Didn't even end up needing the healing to begin with. I may or may not do the key quest off camera, because if I did it, it would just be this guy in the other desert. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. If I do it, it won't be until... Or if I do it on camera, it won't be until the last key quest of this tier. So at least you won't have to worry about seeing this guy twice in a row. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Definitely not the worst subspecies. Just not the best. And that was my first time ever fighting one. And if memory serves, that was actually the last monster in this game that I had never once fought before. I mean, there's Yamatsukami, which I have fought once, but it was in a group with people with endgame weaponry, so it didn't last as long as I would have liked it to. But hey, I have fought it before. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Join us next time when we do some other key quest. See you then, friends.